Hi, it's Dave here at Elysium Sophia. And how are you today? As we're just ending week 4 of our second period of lockdown. And of course, we say hi to everyone that joins us here at Elysium Sophia, at our home. If you're new to us, we are Elysium Sophia. Elysium, all about wholeness, all about personal training, about hypnosis, about you rejuvenating and becoming the best version of you that you can possibly be. We're all about therapy. We're all about giving you ideas to help you to unwind, to combat anxiety, stress and strains, and to help you be more confident. We're motivational speakers, and that's what we do here at Elysium Sophia. And of course, over the past 4 months or so, we've evolved our channel into a chat show where we ask you to come along, join us, and chat about anything that's bothering you, anything that's bugging you, or even anything you just want to revisit. Over the past few months, we've been chatting about things and how they used to be. If you've watched our videos, you can see a bit of a light-hearted look on things, how they used to be, before COVID maybe, but you know, like wagon wheels, used to be a lot bigger when you were younger, that type of thing. And as usual, we've got Penny the Panda, aka Sophia, who's the Sophia behind Elysium Sophia, my wonderful daughter, who's smiling and waving, and she'll welcome you as usual here at Elysium.
Hello everybody, Penny the Panda here from Elysium Sophia. So the first person we have is Creepy, who says hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Are you?
Oh, hi Creepy. All right, mate. We've been, I must admit, we've not had much time to look at your videos over the last couple of days because it's been really hectic here.
Yeah.
With one thing or another. We'll tell you all about that later, but we still haven't got our car sorted out since the big smash the other day.
Yeah.
We're still arguing with the, not arguing with, but the insurance company and things, but stationary vehicle, ploughed into from behind, you think it was straightforward, wouldn't you? But anyway, how are you, Creepy? Are you okay?
So we've got Eunice Mumo, who says hello.
Hi, Eunice, how are you?
Hi Eunice, how are you? Creepy said it's okay, bro, I understand.
Oh, it's alright, but we want to get round to it, mate.
Definitely get round to it, yeah. Uploaded a new one today, a new one again tomorrow. Wow, well,
Cool.
We'll check those
We'll have a
out.
bob and have a look at that as well. Obviously.
How are you, Eunice, as well?
How are you, Eunice? I just don't want to put myself off the stride. We always welcome our friends from far and wide because we're supported and watched from all over the world at the moment. It's really, really nice. We say hi to our friends from the Philippines because originally there were hundreds and thousands of you that joined us and you stayed loyal. So if you're from the Philippines, we say hi. How are you, Sophia?
Hi, so we've got Mally who says hello.
Mally, how are
hello,
you?
Mally, how are you? Uni said I'm very well, can't complain. That's
Well, you couldn't you? But nobody listen, would they? They don't. They don't listen.
We try and upload daily, so don't worry, there will always be something.
Oh, cool. That's great, Creepy.
Yeah.
So yeah, just in mid-flow about, well, it takes ages to welcome all our friends, but yeah, our newcomers, hi. And if you're not newcomers, our usual people that are joining us, many people join us from the Philippines, that are working abroad, that are working in Dubai, or the United Emirates, or Hong Kong, or Thailand, where our journey, our spiritual journey in martial arts began, in Thai boxing, kickboxing, and of course now I train the beautiful Sophia. We're very gothic here at Elysium Sophia, very, very gothic. But also very light gothic, dark gothic, call it what do you want. We do a show on here, and also on the other platform, on the other side. We don't die and bob into a coffin, we go onto the other side channel that we like as well.
Eunice is watching from Kenya.
Kenya, oh great, like the IMAS.
Yeah.
You're welcome, yeah. And obviously we do another show on the other side, 2 platforms that we're on all at the moment, and we do a live show on here, and then we bob off. So our friends at the other channel that we like a lot, they come and see us on here, and then vice versa. From here, they join us on there as well. Sometimes called different people, but whatever, they join us anyway, and it's nice. We say hi to them. If you're joining us from Canada, from across the pond in America, lots of our friends are from America, from California, from Alaska, from Bay City, Michigan. You might be one of our friends from America. And again, time difference, but we say hi. How are you?
So Creepy said just share, guys. Thank you so much for
Lovely,
sharing that,
thank you. Thank you very much, Thank you very much. And also, you might be, say, from Africa. You might be from our wonderful second home in Cyprus. Beautiful second home of the island of Cyprus. You might be watching us from there. And if you are, we say hi. Well, you might be from Europe. And you might be from Nigeria, from Africa. Picked up quite a few friends recently from Nigeria and from Africa, which is really nice. And obviously from the other side the other night, we picked up some friends there as well. We picked up quite a few friends from America again, and it's really nice. You're always welcome to our home here at Elysium Sophia.
So we've got Cherry TV Language Channel who says hello,
Ooh,
host.
hello.
I remember you coming last time.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
said language channel.
About your language channel, how's things?
Shout out to all. So
Great.
Thank you so much for joining us. Also, thank you for the Tamsack. How are
Thank
you.
you.
Today? I remember you joining us last
You
time.
did, because
so
we
that's
spoke
great.
about the English language, didn't we? And about it was helping you, and that was great. So we're honoured and that you're with us today. We've started doing more of a chat show where we introduce different topics. Obviously, I'll discuss that a little bit later. Different topics that we've been discussing over the last couple of months. So again, if you're from Europe, the final countdown. Ba-da-da-da. We say hi from Germany yesterday. Our friend from the Philippines. Originally, and we had Guten Tag, wie geht es dir, from our friend that was liking one of Sophia's videos. So thank you for that. If you're watching again today, you'd be welcome again to come and join us. And of course, how could we forget our friends from here in the UK? Lots from all over the place, but especially the personal friends of Sophia. You know, Kalal, Millie, Ava, Jack's mum, and of course Harry. Harry, if you're there. Cheeseboard, cheesecake, cheesy cheese, banging your drum like Dom Diddy Day, and caveman strumming, whatever you tend to do when you do these things. I don't know, but you'll be welcome as well. And of course, Ethan, and of course anybody else that's watching us. Now I'm enjoying my ginger wine at the moment, which is really, really nice, and as usual, non-alcoholic, obviously, but it's ginger wine and it's great. Really
We
nice.
said the schoolies long.
The schoolies, I know, great, isn't it? I never know what's going to happen, mate. It's great though. That it's nice that they bob in and say hi. They not a lot of them come in and say hi, but some of them do.
Yeah.
Jack and his mum do, and Dum Diddy Day banging his drum. Not been on for ages. Always nice when they bob in though,
We
mate.
said the schoolies clan.
I know, it's great. It's like, not the Brook clan, it's a Schoolie clan. But great, because it's nice because Sophia likes to chat with them. Because obviously they can't speak to each other, can they?
Oh, no.
And of course, Bojo's got us locked up for another couple of weeks, and they're going back on the 8th of March. Well, that's the plan anyway. We'll see again on Antisipation at 5 o'clock, because Bojo's supposed to be making another Addressing the Nation at 5 o'clock. Find out what we can do and what we can't do. Because we're the last 5 weeks. We're week 5 now. We're starting week 5 next week.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And where did those 5 weeks go? Because there's 2 weeks left, and then it's half term. And then I think there's a week after half term, and then the school's open. Hey, hang on a second, creepy. About this one. Today, you know the old saying, bolting the stable door after the proverbial horse has bolted and all that. Now, I'm not having a go at Bojo, because we love Bojo. But again, government advice this morning, or general advice this morning on TV. I was off that was off my head this morning, listening to this numpty talking to us. Now, you know and I know, the idea was to get schools back, isn't it? Yeah? With me so far?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
rocket science, is it, this, right? Okay, so let's get schools back. So if schools are going back, then we need to make sure that school teachers, school support staff...
Are you listening to this?
Yeah, listening, creepy. Try and follow us near. You get them, the best thing would be to move them up a little bit into the pecking order, make sure that they get their vaccine too. So that we're not stop-starting again, because if children can't get it, but they can just, carry it, then all the schools, the staff, the adults will be fine. Get me so far. Not rocket science. So, now they're not rocket science, is it, as it happens? Sorry, I'm not advocating Savile or anything, but every so often it's just like, Anyway, we were just saying, if they all got, the injection, then it would be fine, wouldn't it? They would be able to go back and everything would be okay. But he said this morning, and get this, we are going on advice, and as yet, there aren't that many teachers dying of COVID. So that suggests to us that they're not at risk. Oh, hang on a minute. First of all, boom, they're not in school, most of them, so they won't be getting COVID because they're teaching from home. And 2, what are we going to do then? Wait until they go back, then they get it, and then they die, and say, oh yes, all teachers need the inoculation. So let's wait while they all get it. So what's that all about? Who?
So Grip said, I do Bojo should have shut the borders sooner, though, to stop the UK going so bad. That's my opinion. I really don't think the government has done everything possible in the past. Even A&E doctors think they haven't. That's because they haven't been in schools or anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what we've just said, mate.
No, the teachers aren't getting
The teachers aren't getting COVID because they're not in school. So when they go back, they'll get it. And then if they do get it, then it's too late because they've got it. But the macabre situation with that was how he said,
But that's like saying with
until we get evidence to say all teachers are dying of it.
That's like saying with anything. That's like saying, I don't know, a policeman or
Anything, isn't it?
anything.
Oh, there was a great one the other day, wasn't it? The car workers.
Oh yeah.
Right, how about this then, creepy? The car workers are the most at risk from COVID, apparently, at the moment. More people who work in car factories are dying of COVID than any other category. So let's inject all the car workers, Faye.
Yeah,
let's get them sorted out. I've got no objections to it. And then there's all the fuss and the farce, isn't there, at the moment? Big arguments. I don't quite get it, this. But as I understood it yesterday, we've got another company now we're looking to release their vaccines today, which is great, on Teesside, which would mean then we'd have more vaccines here in the UK, which would be brilliant. I'm really hoping that we get those sorted, which is great. We've got the Oxford Angelica, or whatever they call it, Angelica, homegrown, in which we can use that. We've also got, we'll call it Spicer, Cypher, or whatever they call it, the other one. So now, there's an argument, and I don't understand this, but it appears to me that Germany are saying that it's not sanctioned for the over 65s because it doesn't show that they need it, because they're not at risk. And they seem to want the Oxford one, but we want the German one here in the UK. So there's an argument going on at the moment to say that, well, you can't have the Oxford one because we can't have the German one, but it's the Germans that want the Oxford and we want the German. Don't get it.
So we've got Gillian.
Gilly Oss and Pfeffer Katzenel and Bogan by the Sea.
It's either Gillian or Gillian Abog.
How are you?
Says, thumbs up,
You're
90
welcome.
euros. Thank you for the thumbs up.
Thanks for joining.
And welcome to our live stream. Creepy said, but you don't think if teachers get it, so supermarket workers, anyone basically, to do like jobs, lifeguard, food restaurant. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's crazy. So surely anybody that's... but I suppose my point is, are we yet again going to wait until a group of people dies? Oh dear.
But don't you think if teachers get it, so should supermarket workers?
Oh yeah.
Anyone basically that does jobs, lifeguarding, food restaurant.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, creepy, that the importance is, number one priority apparently, whether we agree with it or not, apparently number one priority is getting the kids back to school. Now if that's a priority, then obviously to facilitate that, make everybody happy, then the teachers and support staff need to be inoculated. If that's the case, I agree with you totally.
Yeah.
Anybody who works on front line should have it. I get that. But if the government are saying that we want the main drive now is to have all the schools back, and we don't want them going back and then coming back off again, which I get that. If that's the numero uno priority, if that's what they're working with, then surely that group of people, to stop it happening to them, should be, up there. Because I also disagree with the way that it's been brought out as well, because I believe that people who have underlying medical conditions, not just clinically extremely at risk or vulnerable, should also have it. Because I know people who are 72 and as fit as a butcher's dog, and they're getting it before people who are 60 and 65 with chronic asthma. Now I don't get that, because surely if you're 60 or 62 with chronic asthma or diabetes or autoimmune response disease like Crohn's or Crohn's colitis or something like that, you're more at risk than a fit and healthy 72-year-old. What do you think, Creepy? I don't know. Is it just me that's reads that?
Creepy said, I totally agree. There should be a pyramid. Who is the top priority and work down?
Yeah, of course they should, mate. But how come? Just because somebody's 70 doesn't mean that they're liable to get it. But if somebody's 62 or 58 or 50 and they've got chronic asthma, and they're living with it 4 inhalers a day, or they've got an autoimmune suppressed disease, then they can't have it. Yeah, a happy 68-year-old, a happy 72-year-old that goes running twice a day, they can have it. You know, come on. And it's the wording. It's the wording that gets me, because let's go back to our conversation before. If you're one of these lardies on My £600 Life, boom, boom, boom. In America, the semantics are, if you're extremely clinically vulnerable, that includes people who are clinically obese. It includes people with autoimmune response disorders, and also type 1 or type 2 diabetes, and also people who are chronic asthmatics. And I get that. That's great. But not here, apparently. Clinically extremely vulnerable doesn't include people who are asthmatics or have an autoimmune response disease. I don't get it.
So, for example, military, emergency services, lifeguards, so on top of the pyramid, the people who are at risk, like you just said, all the way down to basically someone who works in underground who don't have people contact.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, mate. But it's bonkers. Now, okay, my mum and dad, for example, are quite worried at the moment because they've had the AstraZeneca, or whatever they call it, Astrine Veronica, whatever they call it. Now they're worried because now they've stopped with that. They should be having their second jab, and now because the Cipher, whatever his name is, they're not coming over because they've stopped that. Now they need the double dose to make sure that it's 100%. So, I mean, they're quite concerned.
I agree with you, David. I really do. This is where the government has gone so wrong. And Bojo is just basically saying what people want to say.
Yeah.
So he has done, and God help him being PM in this.
Yeah, bonkers. I mean, no, don't get me wrong, mate. I like Bojo. But, at this moment in time, I'm just a bit sort of like taken back as the people who really need it. If come on, if you're an asthmatic, and you're, on Ventolin inhalers, and you're sat there not going out because you're terrified of getting it, and your next door neighbour's 70 and running 3 marathons a year, and he can have it but you can't. That's ridiculous.
God help him being PM in this pandemic. But he really should have done more lockdown in the UK when it started. Not let people in from other countries distribute the vaccines in proper areas. He isn't. He's too busy trying to be a people pleaser, but he isn't even doing that. He's just annoying everyone.
I know it's just a shame. I don't envy Boris, in this situation at the moment.
I like Bojo, but his priorities is not there.
I know, no. Touche, mate. I totally agree with you. Love Boris, but it's one of those situations now, isn't it, where we're looking at the clock. He's done what? Sorry.
He isn't using his brain.
No, he's not. And it's something. I don't quite understand what we can do about this, but there are different parts of the country that are already vaccinating different age groups. We've got the pyramid here. We've got the 6 most vulnerable groups, of which the top 4 includes what they call clinically extremely vulnerable. But I'm sorry, but if you're asthmatic, or you've got a suppressed immune system, then you should be up there in category 4 at least. But Darby and Joan that are going to dancers, and they're fine. You see them. We went shopping this morning, and you can see the elderly now that are fit and healthy elderly that are now out, that have had the jab, that are like, hey, we're okay, book our holidays now. We're fine. You can see that mentality creeping in now. I'm all right, Jack. Now that's horrible. Because, okay, you can say, yeah, they've worked all their lives, and yada, yada, yada. I get that, and yes, they have, and, they deserve the best. But you can almost see the arrogance now. Well, we've had our injection now. We just want to book our holiday and enjoy ourselves. And the other thing is, a lot of the old people are saying, I can't believe I shouldn't have had this jab. I'm having it anyway. I shouldn't have had this jab. They should have given it to the younger ones. Well, no, they shouldn't, because you're vulnerable, and that's fine. But if you're one of these 70-year-olds that's running 3 marathons a year, then why did you take it then? Why didn't you say give it to somebody else? Don't do that though, do they? No, not at all. Anyway, I digress,
I mean, when he said he is sorry for the 100,000 families who have lost their lives since it started, and he said the government tried everything they could do to control it, I have to admit it made
Yeah,
it made me mad and angry because they didn't do everything they should shouldn't do.
Yeah. And you know what's really strange? I mean, we were watching Question Time the other day, and what's really interesting, it's not interesting, it's quite frightening, that as many people, you get this, there are as many people died from November through to January that died all the way through the pandemic when it started, all the way through to December. 50,000, nearly, over 50,000 died from February, all the way through to November. Since December, through to where we are now, which is barely 2 months, double. We've now got, this new variant. That's frightening.
It's turning into 1,700 a day dying.
Yeah, it is. And it's bonkers, absolutely bonkers. And people are panicking, wanting to get this vaccine. Naturally so, because they're like, whoa, it's going that fast. And this new one we've got today on Teesside, that's what we're listening to Bojo at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock today, we find out whether they've sanctioned this new one that can then start rolling that out. Because we need to get a third option here in the UK, because we are doubling up, as you just said, over 1,000 a day now. And we'd levelled it down to what, 60 a day, 50 a day, 80?
Yeah.
Now over 1,000 a day. And it's the new variant that's going
So
fast.
when I was at school.
Yeah. When you were back at school in October,
Yeah. Was it like?
it was like 56,000.
Where would you say it was like on the?
We'd plateaued.
Yeah.
So we'd gone up, we'd come down, and we'd started plateauing like that. But now,
Yeah, we were, because I saw the graph and it was like.
yeah, it's right up there
Yeah.
again now. I know we're talking about COVID, but we're going to do, aren't we, at the moment? Sorry, people, but quite interesting that we're where we are, and in the UK, doing something wrong. But it all stems, doesn't it, from Christmas? And the new variant that came in around Christmas time. And we shouldn't have allowed people to mix at Christmas. For the sake of that little window. Yeah, it shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have happened.
Ruby said, I've been watching the news, mate, it's crazy. Sure, I feel sorry for the NHS workers at pharmaceuticals factories making it, as they just can't keep on top of it, and that's because the government didn't.
Yeah, and again, this is why I'm hoping that the home base one on Teesside is going to be given the green light at 5 o'clock today. At least it's a bit more an option.
Lockdown, it's sure quick enough. They wanted for thousands to die, and it's dreadful. Oh, they waited for thousands to die, and it's dreadful. I know they waited.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah. And then said, we need to
yeah.
lock down. I know. But it's just dreadful. But on a lighter note, anybody else out there? What have you been up to today? We've been homeschooling today. Jack, are you there? Harry, are you there? Millie, Molly, are you there? Ava, are you there? Our friends Kalal, you sometimes join us in your with your dulcet tones, talking about our Gothicity and the Gothic.
Your cat.
And your hat. Oh, your cat.
Yeah. Hang on, I know what it's called.
Hat. I know, I've just forgotten now. It's something to do with Raven.
Raven.
That was it. Raven, your
right,
cat, wasn't
Sophia, what's 2 plus 2?
it? Is this a question? Is this from Creepy?
Yeah.
Go on.
It's 2 plus 2.
A question.
Yeah.
It's a question. I don't know.
It's 4
Yeah.
or 22.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's too
4
late in the day
or
for that, mate.
22.
Too late in the day for that now. So yeah, we've used it, and we've also got a lot of. We've also got a meeting later on today. That's
Ruby
quite
said your
interesting.
dad's teaching you correctly.
Just a little bit. So again, we didn't actually. We went to off to the shops today, and again, the shops are just empty.
Well, I don't know, because I don't go.
But
I don't
again,
go
no, you don't go, do you? But obviously, and another thing is, this lockdown is crazy because more people are dying in it. But we don't understand. We were saying, myself and Sophia the other day, when the first lockdown came in March, was it April? I don't know. I can't remember now. Everything was, I don't know, hectic and manic, and the queues, people were just queuing, bonkers. Now nobody's queuing, but yet everybody's locked down.
Yeah, I don't.
Which is great, I'm not complaining. But at the beginning, when it first happened, I mean, why is that?
What's 6 times a million?
6 million.
I'm trying to. It's 6 million, but. Okay, I'm gonna say 6
Anyway,
million.
I'm
Yeah.
questioning my own mathematical prowess. Yeah, we have.
I know, but I'm waiting for the.
I know, for the punchline, for the
Yeah.
for the trick. Over here we have this silly man, by the way, called Hegarty. Hegarty, Peggotty, Schmeggotty, Deggotty. Mr. Hegarty. And he's a multi-millionaire now that writes a package for schools and annoys all parents and children throughout the land. And schools now, especially the maths teachers at Sophia School, say, right, today you've got to do Hegarty Maths. And it's this guy called Hegarty Maths. Well, he's not called Hegarty Maths, he's called Mr. Hegarty.
6.E9, it says on the calculator.
Oh, does it? Well, it would do, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hegarty. Mr. Hegarty is the vein of your life. And you have to
No,
watch
every
what happens, yeah.
Free time you
yeah.
have, it's
Hegarty. And Sophia has, every weekend, has
You
Hegarty
always have
Maths.
Hegarty Maths.
And Hegarty, Mr. Hegarty, explains things. Now, I don't know about you, Creepy. I'm great at a lot of subjects, and I really am. I've got some great
We
qualifications.
Didn't know, that's why I checked.
But my maths is not great. So when it comes to Mr. Hegarty, maths is an area to me that I need somebody to, sit and explain it to me quite a few times. I can't do maths over, like on this, it's like, so Mr. Hegarty comes on, and the worst thing is, Mr. Hegarty also, if he slows down, he's sort of like, what is the, two people? And it's bad enough, but when he's canned, when he's been hit in the bottle or something, and he's trying to teach us
Creepy
maths,
said neither is mine, I need help knowing 1 + 1.
just a bit, I'm a people's person, I'm an
Sleep
ologist.
mode.
I know, but it's not funny, is
Is
it?
it on sleep mode?
Sleep mode. No, he's on. It's in the bottle
No,
mode.
yeah.
I don't know what he's on, but
Well,
he's trying to say, look, Mr. Hegarty. So if you remember, question 5, X minus the situation. And he goes off on one, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. And he thinks we're you sign, yes, Mr. Hegarty. He says things like, if you remember from the last video.
Because we all remember that.
Yeah, because we all remember 4 weeks ago the.
Creepy said he's on crack.
He is, mate.
No, but
He
said,
is.
You remember from the last time?
Yeah, sorry, Johnny Ball, because we all live in maths world, don't
Yeah,
we?
as if we all remember.
As you'll
the last
remember,
thing.
from 3 weeks ago, last Saturday, we talked about the Pythagoras
Creepy said
theorem.
He needs speed to speed him up.
He's a bad lad. No,
No,
is
No, but he's like.
insane
so
in the
last
membrane.
time-
He's insane.
last
Got no
time,
brain. But yeah, he does. He goes off.
Visa said, what are we talking about?
Oh, we're talking about
Hi,
Hegarty
Visa,
maths,
how are
mate.
you?
Hi, you gunner, you. How are you?
Hi, Visa, how are you?
Yeah, at the moment we're talking about Hegarty maths,
yeah.
home learning, and the annoying Mr. Hegarty that
Yeah.
does maths here in the UK, and sets assignments and
Visa's good.
good. Vaser's good, is he? Good. Vaser's good. Vaser's good. Vaser's good. Vaser's good. Vaser's good. Thanks for joining us on the other side yesterday, Vaser. It was nice to bob in and say hi.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking about Mr. Hegarty. We're talking about Hegarty maths. We're talking about vaccine originally. We're talking about how the numbers have gone up in the UK, and we're talking about what? I can't say what I want. It's my show.
Visa said you're welcome anytime.
Oh, good. That's all right, mate. Thank you. We were talking about how bonkers it is, how people that have underlying medical conditions aren't already getting their vaccine because they're not classed as clinically extremely vulnerable. So a 70-year-old is having the vaccine. A 70-year-old that's fit and active, that runs 3 marathons a year, can have the vaccine, yet somebody who's 65 with chronic asthma can't get it. I don't get it.
Creepy said I would do what he does by saying I need the toilet in the slowest way possible.
Yeah, so would I, mate. Just a bit. But he's made a fortune out of it.
Yeah, but it's
Teacher
like-
of the Year, 2020.
He got an award,
whatever.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like a
Teacher of the
million-
Year. You signed. Teacher of the Year.
Colin.
Pardon?
Who?
He's a bad lad.
Colin, he got it.
No, Colin, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, and he's got a brother, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
his brother's
Called Nigel.
What's he called on? It's him.
Is it? I can't remember his name, my darling, but he's got a twin or something. I don't
What's
know.
he called?
I don't know, but the Colin Hegarty. Hegarty, Schmegarty,
It's
Legarty,
it's
Legarty.
Grammys, because I
Oh, that's right, yeah,
What's
something
he
like.
called in Twilight?
Oh yeah.
Benjamin.
Ben, Benjamin, you nasty,
Hey,
you.
I got it.
Benny
I
Hegarty.
knew
Benny Hegarty.
Yeah.
Benbo Hegarty. Hegarty, Schmegarty, Begarty, Legarty, Tegarty Hegarty. Yeah. Don't like him. Can't stand the guy. But yeah, it's the vein of your life because every weekend we
Yeah.
know that we have to do 3 tasks. I say we because we sit together and do it because we have to.
Ruby said, David, with that saying, patients who can't get it is depending if they're on end of life support or if the illness is to save you.
Is what? So we can say that again.
David, with that saying, patients who can't get it, is it depending if they're on life support or their illness is to save you?
No, I don't know what it is, mate. I think the understanding is the clinically extremely vulnerable are people, as I understand it, and I have no quandaries with these people because they need it. It's so far they're on chemo or they're on something that makes them extremely vulnerable. I get that, and they should be numero uno, I think, on the list. Anyway, what I don't like and what I don't agree with is that people who are, if you've got asthma and you have a Ventolin inhaler, and you are, to me, that puts you at extreme risk of COVID-19. So therefore, I believe that if you've got a disease that's something like that, it's absolutely wrong. It's immoral. It's wrong that you're denied that vaccine, and that vaccine will be given before you to someone who potentially could be 70 years of age running 3 marathons because they're 70. And to me, that is wrong. End of.
Because if it is, I can understand it, as they won't want to waste the little that's in circulation on dying patients. Sorry to say, as they need the vaccines to those to sustain life.
Yeah, they
Not
do,
those who
and I get
are
that.
dying.
I get that, and they should be up there at the top of the list. They should be the top of the pile. Yeah, but I disagree with someone that's fit and healthy just because they're older. Getting a vaccine before somebody who's got a specific underlying condition that clearly makes them more vulnerable. And people that are clinically vulnerable through having chemo or anything like that needs keeping alive, then they should be top of the list anyway.
So we've got Dale and Joy.
Dale and Joy,
who says
Chip
hi,
and Dale.
Dave. So hi Dale and
Hi
Joy.
Dale and Joy, how are
Thank
you?
you
Are you
for being
new?
alive.
Are you new to us?
Yeah, how are you today? Creepy said, oh, okay, got you. Yes, people with asthma or early stages of COPD or heart disease, lung disease.
Yeah, exactly, mate. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. COPD.
Thank you, Dale and Joy, for joining us. How are you today? And yeah, please have a
yeah, so thank you for joining us. We're just in the middle of a heated debate about who should be getting the vaccine, especially here in the UK, as the figures are going higher.
Dale and Joy said yes.
Said what?
Yes.
Yes, get in. Yes. And we're just chatting about how it seems quite unreasonable and unfair and immoral, quite disgusting, that certain people are having the injection when they potentially shouldn't be up there in the gods having it.
Where are you from then, Dale?
Yeah, where are you from?
So Creepy said the way they're looking at it, as you know, the older you get, your body and immune
Yeah.
system isn't the same as someone who is younger. Regardless if they run 3 miles every day, they're fragile when this. And Dale and Joy said NHS workers, bus drivers, school teachers, young and old, everyone.
Yeah.
And Creepy said shouldn't be the case, as some 70-year-olds are fitter than 20 or 30-year-olds. And Dale and Joy said Wales. You're
Wales.
from Wales.
They're from Wales. Oh,
Wow,
you're from
yeah,
Wales.
okay.
Right. We were talking about Wales earlier because this is another thing creepy today. 2 days ago, old Bojo went up to see. Does anybody actually listen to Nicola Sturgeon, by the way?
Oh my God.
Words come out, don't they? Don't get me wrong. I think she's out nice and she's all right, and she's great. She's obviously, I'm being facetious. She loves Scotland.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But does anybody actually, when she goes on a press conference, does anybody actually listen to what Nicola Sturgeon says? Because you'll not watch this, mate. But when Nicola Sturgeon comes on, she opens her mouth and and she goes on and on and on. And here in the UK, we have someone with sign language at the side of her going, you know, all that lot at the side of her, and, you know, all this business, and nobody actually listens to Nicola Sturgeon. But what I'm trying to say is, the 4 countries got together and said, we're going to stick together this time, and England, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales, we're all going to stick together. The schools are all going back on the 8th. That's what we're going to aim for. So we're all doing the same this time. Yes, great, all do the same, so we know where we stand, everybody's doing the flipping same. But no, Wales came along today and said, hey, oh boy, oh, we're not going back then, we're doing our own thing, you see. No, we're doing it different, you see. Boy, oh. And they decided they're going to go their own way again, which is fine, obviously, if that's what is this going to happen. But 2 days ago, it was, yay, working together, all as the whole four nations.
3 weeks extended.
They have. Yeah, is that a friend from Wales?
Dale, yeah.
Yeah, 3 weeks, yeah.
We said we should have done what they are saying countries, Australia.
Yeah,
and
as an island.
Yeah, and New Zealand has done, and we are all out of lockdown, and no new.
Nobody in, nobody out. Exactly.
Dale Joy said Mark Drakeford's fault.
Whose?
Mark Drakeford.
Yeah.
And he said, I've hated every minute, but things got put in place.
Too right, mate, yeah.
I
I agree with you. But it's, come on, I mean, he's talking, this Welsh guy now about, we've just, I mean, we're not even getting started on England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales, whether it should be devolved, whether it should be whatever. We're not even getting on about that. But as it stands at the moment, if it was the same in England and Scotland and Ireland and Wales, Northern Ireland, we would have a common plan and we'd work together. And it would show solidarity, because what seems to happen in Wales, because you're so close to the English border on that side, it's like saying, yeah, but people from Cheshire are working in different places, they're coming across, and so then if it was all the same for everybody, they'd understand, wouldn't they?
Dale said he's hated in Wales.
He's hated in Wales. Oh, that guy, I'm not surprised, mate, is he? I don't mean funny. Who was the... Yeah, sorry, can you... I don't know his name, but the guy right at the beginning, the black guy from Wales, what's his name? Is it him, or is it that guy we're talking about today? The funny-looking guy that was... This Mark Drakeford. Is he the guy that... I'm not quite sure, but the guy that was on today was the older Welsh guy that seems to straight from he seems to come from How Green Is Thou Valley or something, like an old teacher presence from I don't know. He's just he's the one that's hated. The other one I'm on about that was instigated the lockdown right at the very beginning. The guy.
It's Mark Drakeford.
Is it? Oh, cool. I can imagine. He's he drones on, doesn't he? Welsh crone. He goes on and on and on. But yeah, I really feel for the Welsh people, especially having him, every night coming on. It's bad enough when we used to have our guys on, our three Curly, Larry and Mo that come on every night and say, today we're joined by Curly, Larry and Mo, and they sit there and they go, today the variant is straight. And then he comes on then with you lot, doesn't he, and says, today in Wales it's getting bad, look, see, and we're all shutting down, boyo. No one's going out. He's miserable, isn't he? At least Bojo comes on and tries to, jolly. But we've got two, ugly and more ugly either side, and they go, Mr. Tan, that's his name, isn't he? Old Tando. He used to come on, didn't he, old Tanny baby?
Dale said, haha.
He does though, doesn't he, old Tanny baby? The one that looks slightly oriental. He's really, you know what he means? He's got nice tan, Mr. Tan. But he's great. And he comes on and goes, today, the variant has shown that everybody is under threat from... And he goes on and on and on. But then he comes on, your bad lad, the Welsh guy, and everybody must stay home, see? Boyo, we're all going to catch this COVID. We're all going out and locking down, see? And it's like, whoa, all right, mate, bringer of glad tidings again. I'd hate it if he was, in charge of us. And then there's Nicola Sturgeon. And then the Irish guy comes on. He comes on. We're all going to die now. Hey, we're all going to die now. Hey, we're locking the borders, so we are. Nobody's coming in. Get out. He comes on. And then Nicola Sturgeon comes on and she talks on and on and on the press conferences. And as I said earlier, I swear, I don't think anybody actually listens to a word Nicola Sturgeon says.
Dale said, just push the vaccine out and end the story.
End of, mate. Exactly. And too right, touche to that, and amen to that. Let's just, we're hoping today that Bojo's going to announce at 5 o'clock that this new variant and this new company is this new vaccine that's coming out. It's coming out and getting it rolled out again. It's made on Teesside. It can very easily be shipped across the country, and we can get more people in the old arm, can't we, with this new one? So, are you originally from Wales then, or are you? I'm sorry, originally I wondered whether you were Philippines coming to live in Wales. I don't know, because our Philippine friends come all over the place and work all over the world. You know, it's like, whoa, where are you from? So are you originally from Wales, or I'm just nosy, really,
Yeah.
Mr. Pinocchio. You're Welsh. Is that what you said? Yes.
He said, yeah.
Cool, thank you. You know, I just nosy, Mr. Pinocchio. You know, I'd like to doing a chat show like this. It's nice to get a feel from where people are from and what's happening.
Cardiff.
Cardiff,
My
you're
missus
actually
is from Philippines.
you're originally. See, I was
No,
right.
my missus.
Your wife. She's from the Philippines. Oh,
And
great.
you're from Cardiff.
And you're from Cardiff.
Creepy said, well, they're doing Dale, but they're not pushing it out in the right places. And the pharmaceutical companies and NHS staff can't keep up. It's a shame, because I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, it's bonkeroonies. This is why, at least if we get another option, this third option, we can get that out and about, and hopefully Bojo will tell us at 5 o'clock that this is going out, and at least it'll give us something from there. What is it you do there in Cardiff? Yeah, is it Dale? Is it?
Yeah, I presume so. So Creepy said the government of their own bum were flying everything around. I'm wondering why no one is getting sorted.
Yeah, it was just out of the wings, wasn't it? It's now is the time where we're looking back now, and I don't think what's his name, Strammer, whatever his name is, Stammer, whatever his name is.
Dale said, yeah, they're beating around the bush.
Yeah, they are, and all they seem to be doing is like, is it Strammer, whatever his name is, the Labour guy?
Creepy's just talking to Dale, and he said,
Oh, right.
how did you get your missus to...
Yeah, no, you two have both got Filipino wives,
he
haven't
said,
you?
I'm trying to get mine back over, but I have no idea how.
Yeah, we're missing out here.
Did
you
you
know.
get married in the UK or Philippines?
Yeah, you have a chat amongst yourselves there, you know. It's great, isn't it? So I was just thinking then, Creepy, you married a Filipino, and you both you chat amongst yourselves, and and try and sort out how you can you can solve this issue. We can facilitate that, by all means.
She's a nurse, by the way.
She's a nurse.
Joy.
Dale's Dale's other half's a
Yeah.
nurse, and what does Dale
She
do?
got sponsored by NHS, so she's a nurse.
All right, cool.
And people said, okay, that's fair enough. Well, that's fair.
What's Dale do? Dale, what do you do? Dale, we're waiting in anticipation of what you do, mate, in Cardiff. Was it your job?
If not, you sponsor her. Sponsor. But yeah.
Yeah, okay. Dale, we're just still waiting. I'm waiting on anticipation, and so Sophia. Wanted to know what you do, Dale, in your beautiful wife. She's a nurse.
Lorry driver.
Lorry driver.
Training to be a lorry driver.
Training to be a lorry driver. Okay, great. Don't think I'd have the patience for that. It was one of those big ones, Scanias.
Also, remember Grumpy Vegan Grandad?
Yeah, he was a Grumpy
was
Grandad
on
driver,
that,
wasn't
and
he?
then He went, didn't he?
He went, didn't he? Yeah.
On his
Lorry and never came back.
lorry,
Yeah, never saw him again, did we?
Well,
Yeah.
we might have got stuck with all the...
I don't think I could cope with the roads all day.
Remember?
He might have got. I know he might have got COVID or something. Hope
No,
not.
remember when all those lorries got stuck?
Yeah, they all got. Oh God, yeah, down south when they're in Kent and on the tunnel
Yeah,
business. Yeah, good. Well done. You do watch television, don't you, Madonna?
Yeah.
Does go in sometimes, doesn't it?
Dale said lol.
I know. Yeah. But we're just thinking back about. I don't think I'd have that. Is it one of those big ones? Are you going to try one of those big? That's just you sitting on the settee.
Yeah.
No lorry behind you at all. Is it one of those big Scanias? Yeah. Or is it one of these?
Dale
There's
said ha.
it's true though, isn't it? Just imagine that. But those big Scanias that fly around, I don't think I'd not want to know how to park it. Like I'd be in, part of smaller one. Yeah, it's like one of those big ones. You're in Wales and you're turning around in England, aren't you? Your back end's in in Chester, and you're in Cardiff. So like Cardiff. Are you a Cardiff fan? Football fan? Because we're big football fans here. UK.
Yeah.
That's not a question.
Oh right, it's answering.
Oh, okay. No.
Creepy said,
Oh,
well,
sorry.
after we get married, will she have to come back to Philippines in order for me to sort the visa
the
or
bit- yeah.
apply what she
They can. Oh, good. I'm glad we're facilitating this because it's like
So we're both talking to
they can chat to. It's nice though, isn't it? Because at least
It's good because they're both the same.
they're both exactly the same, aren't they? They both got beautiful Philippine wives, and great. It's nice that they can share this kind of thing.
Liverpool.
You're from Liverpool. You support Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Okay, you support Liverpool. Cool. I was just wondering because obviously the animosity because we're big Sheffield United fans. Not ashamed to admit it. This year, not so good. Great the other night, yes, Man U. This year, not been our season. Home and away blades. Sophia got her first season ticket when she was very, very tiny, teeny. And I've been a season ticket holder all my life. So are my parents. But I was just thinking because I was laughing about the hatred between the Cardiff fans and the Swansea fans and the swim away scenario. Because when we play Cardiff, it's great. I love playing Cardiff and Swansea because obviously when we're playing Swansea, it's land of our fathers, land of our fathers, and we get Cardiff and it's straight from Zulu. And it's great. I loved it when we played Cardiff and we played, and of course the great Neil Warnock at Cardiff for quite a while. So yeah, Swansea and Cardiff. It's goes great when they come to beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. So passionate about the football, and so much hatred between which comes across with the Cardiff fans, and again from the incident years ago now. Were you there?
So Quick said, I have mental health, PTSD, and
This is creepy.
psychotic depression.
Yeah.
Also memory rot. So if something isn't really like spelled out to me, I find it hard to understand. You see.
Yeah, well, that's fine, mate. And it's going to take some time. You know what you've seen and what you've been through, mate, isn't it? It's going to take a while. So don't apologise. Well, you're not apologising, but you know it's something that's just it is what it is. But yeah, I was just thinking back to playing Cardiff, playing Swansea, and the incident which led to the swim away to the Swans of Cardiff. Maybe you know a bit different to what we do, but we had a player that I remember. Do you remember what made us? What on earth are you doing? She's taking a picture of a picture of a picture. It's like, but anyway, we were playing. Sheffield United were playing Cardiff, and we were playing, and all of a sudden something kicked off at the front. Now it was already kicking off, and the Cardiff fans were already bouncing off each other at the corner there. But what I hadn't seen was at the bottom of our stand there was a Swansea fan in a Swansea shirt that was standing up and giving it this one to the Cardiff fans. And all hell broke loose on that one. I also remember that one because it was really close, and he was giving his little bit. Was hitting the pardon? Was him or what's happening?
Yes.
It means something there.
Yeah.
Oh, why are you leaving?
I'm just trying to figure out what they're talking about.
They're just talking about
No,
visas.
I'm
And
listening. I'm just trying to figure out what.
they're talking about visas and
Yeah.
how easy it is to get back to the old Preston and how what they're going to have to do. And it's nice that they're chatting. Nice. I can't see anything at all from here. It's just.
No, so it's just like.
What do you mean?
Dale said you have to either have a job in the UK or pension 18k a year.
Yeah, he's
to
explaining.
support it. I know.
I know. No, we have knows it.
Swansea
Pinocchio.
Cardiff is a derby match.
Of course it is. It's a great derby. It's not as good as Sheffield United against Sheffield Wednesday, though. We hate each other even more. Cardiff and Swansea. Oh, it's been a great rivalry between those two. But hey, football as it is, be nice when we can get back to the crowds again. But we've got to look forward to the end of lockdown very, very soon. Hopefully.
Okay, Dale said Sheffield beat Man U.
We did, yeah. It was a great game the other night. We beat Man U 2-1, and we were all over Man U. We've been poop for quite a while now. That's a technical term, and I really didn't expect that result. But we played so solid on the other night. We were great. We were fantastic. Man U just couldn't break us down, which was fantastic, and it was a great night to be a Blade. Of course, tomorrow we play Man City at the Etihad. That's going to be amazing because we're all expecting the same to go over there and play the same way. And if we do, then we'll. Aguero's back for Man City, which always makes for a good game. And Man City are at full strength. But we weren't supposedly at full strength the other night, but we played better than we've played all season. So I'm looking forward to that one tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock kick-off, that one. Looking really forward to that game. And then our big game after that, we play West Brom. Sorry to bore everybody, we're talking about football there, but that's a 6-pointer for us because obviously we're down at the bottom. West Brom nearer to us than a lot of the other clubs. So we need to win that one as well. I was watching that one with a great anticipation. So, have you sorted things out then, lads? Are you all sorted?
Creepy just giving him his email.
Are we still getting the... oh, great. That's marvellous, mate. But,
It's trying to help.
no, it's great. It's really good that we can facilitate this. Because, again, it's one of the things we bring people together here at Elysium. And it's really nice that we can facilitate that. Yeah? Isn't it? Really good that we can facilitate that. But in a few moments, we're going to leave our stream anyway. Because, again, got to make something to eat for Nanny and Grandad. Get Sophia something to eat. And also get ready to hear what Bojo's got to say. And Dale, join us again next time if you've enjoyed our chat today, mate. You're always welcome. It's great that we've got some Philippine connection and of course, Creepy, as always. Great that you could join us today, mate. Is what, sorry?
If we have a kid, will I be able to earn more than 18k a year? As it will be automatically British citizen.
Let them just get on with it, my darling. You know, so chat to each other and they can...
Yeah, I will, David Pickering. Yeah, please remember
Cool.
to put the bell
Nice one.
on.
I usually give the final word to Sophia, you see, before we close
So,
our...
I will have to... right, okay. So, thank you everyone so much for joining us today. If you have joined us in the background and you haven't been in the chat, thank you as well. Everyone that's joined us in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. Please don't forget to give this live stream a thumbs up, a thumbs up.
Put the bell on for next time.
Remember to put the notification bell on so you won't miss when we go live next time. And we hope to see you all next time when we go live. And thank you.
Yeah, as always here at Elysium, as we were mentioning to our newcomers, to Dale, and obviously to our seasoned Creepy. Thanks for joining us, mate, and get yourself a good night's sleep and a good night rest. If you've been joining us today from anywhere in the wings and you've not actually joined the chat, especially those close to home, banging your drum like Dom Diddy Day, or if you've been watching with your mum, or if you've been Sophia's friends, if you've been Millie or Ava or Kalal, but watching us there, or Ethan maybe, I don't know. But if you have been watching us and listening, I hope you've enjoyed the chat. It's been a bit hectic today, probably all about COVID, but it is what it is with COVID at the moment. We are where we are, and we're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz, to see what he has to say about it, aka Boris Johnson at 5 o'clock. But obviously, as always, we finish off at Elysium before, sorry.
Creepy said, thanks guys, sorry for asking all these questions, David, and it interrupted your live. I haven't found any. Oh, it's fine.
No, you're fine, mate. Again, I mean,
you're fine, that's where
joking apart, you know, if we like to, can you just continue to pause the video?
Yeah.
It's great that we can bring people together, because that's what we're about here at Elysium, Sophia, and it makes us happy when we can see other people being happy. So you're welcome, more than welcome. So again here.
Dale said yes, sorry David.
Not a problem. Don't apologise. Don't apologise. That's why we're here. We're here to facilitate anything and to do that. And if we can bring people together, because
he needs his sleep.
Because
He needs his
just a
sleep.
bit. Because as we always finish here, even though now we're a chat show, our roots are obviously in hypnosis, in rejuvenation, in meditation therapy and life transcendental meditation. Transcendental meditation. Life transforming. And we build on the great work by Emile de Cuir de Champagnard, neuro-linguistic programming. We build on all sorts of ways to help you to be the best version of you that we can possibly be. We use meditation, we use motivation, we use hypnosis, we use tried and tested psychology, all sorts of different techniques, all blended. But it all starts here, and it starts here. With you taking time for a bit of contemplation and meditation, so that you can be more empathetic. Because you are an amazing person. You deserve to be happy. And you deserve to take just 10 minutes out of your day to practice our techniques from earlier. To relax, to wind down, and to try and just be still yourself for 10 minutes. To recharge the areas that need recharging. To be in renew of the areas that need renewing. Because then you can be strong for everyone else. So you're being selfish for the right reasons. So that you can be there for people who rely on you. And especially during COVID. So, as usual, thank you for joining us. Stay safe. Put the bell on. Ding! Like Noddy. And join us again next time. Thank you. And a massive, Namaste.